listen, man. Listen. If you're in your 40s and you're still trying to discover who you are, cut it off and become a monk because you ain't gonna. You get yourself into some therapy or something. No, man. I mean, it's a relationship. It's a relationship. It's two people coming together to make it work. One should not have to change who they are. You will never change who you are. You are who you are. A leopard sheds its hair, but it never loses its spot. It's still the leopard. That's all I'm saying. So if you come in together in the relationship, tell her exactly how you are as a man. Let her explain to you exactly how she are as a woman. Let her come together to see how you want this relationship to be. Right? You see what she's bringing to the table besides sex. Anybody can get that. Really not interested. You know, you don't have anything that I haven't seen before. Let's get over that part. So see what she's bringing into the relationship and see what you're bringing into the relationship. And that's it. Communicate as you grow. Right? If it's the best decision you make for the household and the well-being of the family, really don't care if you like it, honey. Like we said, the best situation, the best thing to do for the family, because this is what we created, right? And if you don't have kids, the best thing you could do for the relationship, okay? Because you know yourself as a man, you are not changing. Get over that. I don't know why people think, and if you're still discovering yourself, you're still trying to figure things out for yourself, don't get into a relationship. Get into when you're happy. You got things going, you're peaceful. You know, I am content. I'm not thriving. The only thing I'm doing is achieving my goals. I just want somebody to come along for that. That's it. I don't need you to make me happy. I'm at peace. I'm a happy guy, right? So, don't bring chaos into my life. She shouldn't be chaos into my life. Don't bring your issues of your past. That's a therapist's job, not mine, right? And when you see crazy coming, guys, cross the street. The sex may be good, but cross the street, all right? There's always something better out there. Find the best woman you can for the money you make, right? Best woman you can. You want a dime? Just know a dime costs. It costs. You want a humble, nice, good woman? Just know you have to take care of her. Be the man you want to be. Lead. If you're going to say you want to lead, you want to take care of all the bills, okay, let's go. That's the end of that.
How can I maintain a strong, healthy relationship over time? I think the best and only way that I can describe how to do it is to understand that the relationship is not solely about you. It's about you and another person trying to work together to build something bigger than just you. Putting the union first would help build a strong and healthy relationship. There's going to be compromises. There are going to be things that there are going to be things that you are going to do simply because that's your lady and that's who you want in your life. Just like there are going to be things that she's going to do just because you're her man. It should be two people attempting to work together to build something bigger than themselves. It's not about you. It's not about her. It's about y'all. And I'll just leave it at that.
Whew. Be friends first and foremost, and always be in the learning phase when it comes to your partner. Learn their likes, their dislikes, and learn where you may be able to push their buttons for them to grow, and not just for you to get your way. Learn your partner, respect your partner, appreciate your partner, and remember, as Chris said, that they are a reflection of you. So if they look bad, you look bad. So always be in the mindset that I got to make sure that I make them look good, and it'll be a help in your relationship over time.
So how can I maintain a strong and healthy relationship over time? Self-improvement. Keep working on self, realizing that you stumble, realizing that you are better than your last effort, and put your best foot forward every day. I know it sounds kind of corny, but it's just the truth. I mean, when you step out of bed and, try to be a better version of yourself. So like one of the things I've been writing with the Accountable Masculinity Manifesto is rule number 1, men focus on men. establish personal accountability standards amongst reasonable men that intend to improve our society, create solutions for the benefit of our society by only discussing tangible outcomes based on our skills and networks. And that's speaking to a greater philosophy. But if you bring it back down to your relationship and the value that you add to your relationship, it still has transitive value, because within your relationship, your job is to protect your partner from themselves sometimes, and also protect them from vulnerable moments, things that they can't see. You got another set of eyes and ears, so you got to listen and you got to trust what they see as well. So a lot of that is an opportunity to see your reflection and your mate come out in their actions based on the choices that they make. Just like you just said, you both represent one another. Within that healthy relationship and how to maintain it over time, you got to do a lot more ego management and avoiding the conflicts between being right versus being righteous. I think if you can keep those simple things as personal code to yourself, I think you'll have some healthy outcomes, and I think you'll be a value add to your relationship.
So, in conjunction with everything you just heard, I want to say you need to find a way to connect constantly. Connect in the beginning before you say I do. Connect after you say I do. Connect when she's pregnant. Connect after the baby's born. Connect, throughout the adolescent development of the child. Connect when the child graduates high school and move out the house and go about their business. Connect when you're old and gray. Just keep connecting. I think that's important that we have to keep remembering. I think as long as we keep connecting, then what we do not allow to happen is that we don't allow complacency to set in. Never underestimate the power of consistency. I think that's important to drive home at this point, because it's the little things. I think a lot of times what we do is we lose sight of the little things, right? So be consistent with doing little things, right? So if you had a whole cake in front of you, you'll eat that cake one bite at a time. So if you have a whole life ahead of you, you live that life one day at a time. So be consistent every day of that life of your life with that person. One of my personal mottos is that every day is another day for me to be a better version of myself. So if I wake up with that in mind, then I also need to look at it from the perspective of every day is a better day for me to be a better partner with the person that I'm with. Find ways to have fun. I said that earlier, and I want to drive that home, man. I think relationships to where you guys continue to find and reestablish your youth within the space of connection. I think those relationships have a great deal of intimacy. The depth and breadth of that relationship is just phenomenal. I think every person, again, I'm going back on what I said. I'm going back to what I said. So every person is on this journey of life to continue to get a better awareness of who they are. On the course of that journey, everyone is searching and trying to discover what their purpose is. And then from their purpose, they move into their calling. And then once you get in their calling, now you have the specific mission for you yourself. Well, when you join lives with another person, what you have to understand is what that person's calling is as well. So now not only have I discovered my calling, she discovered her calling, but now what we have to do is discover meaning for the union. Like the union, we came together, but this union is far bigger than what her and I bring to the table. It's not just the kids that we birth into this world who is going to make a splash and make great waves within this ocean of energy that we live in, but it is also us adding value, giving back to our community, helping others, right? Teaching younger couples how to exist in this space and not have to go through the trials and tribulations that we went through. And I think when we look at it from that perspective, that in a nutshell can help us to maintain a strong and healthy relationship over time.
So I'm going to end with this. And I came up with, there were not in any necessary order, but 7 strategies for a successful relationship. And like I said, they're not in any type of order. And I think one of them is that you have to set clear boundaries in a relationship and even before the relationship. And you have to continue to adjust those boundaries as the relationship goes on and as it evolves over time. 2, I think that you have to prioritize time together. 3, I think that you need to be flexible in the relationship. Like things change, people change, there are adjustments, kids come, family members get sick, a lot of different things happen in the relationship. So I think that it's important to be flexible. I think that, we've talked about it for the last 4 weeks. Communication is so important. I think that we have to practice some sort of self-care on a consistent basis. Coach just said something about being consistent. So I think it's very important that we stay consistent with our self-care as well. I think, number 6 is seek support if you need it. And along with seeking support, that also goes into keep learning, reading books, watching podcasts, watching Empowering Perspective, watching the Unkle Junior Network, watching Across the Table with Chris, watching Code Talk, Bang Code Talk, watching all of Roland's TikTok videos, watching Antoine's videos, all these different things, whatever it is that you find that gives you some sort of level of support or information that you can use in your life to help your marriage, go after it and grab it. And then lastly, but not least, is number 7, and let's just be realistic in a relationship. Like, I can't put it any simpler than that, but just be realistic. And that's what I got to say for my final thought.